Martin, go by Lizzie. I'm from Freeport, Maine, and I am doing research this summer here on marine bacteria, and we're looking at oysters, sediment, water, and plankton, looking for this Vibrio bacteria. My major is environmental science, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it because it is a really broad major. And I actually studied abroad in New Zealand in the fall. That kind of sparked I've always been interested in the marine environment, but it kind of made me realize that I want to actually pursue that interest. So I decided to minor in marine biology.
So my name is Steve Jones. I'm a research associate professor at UNH. I'm also the associate director of New Hampshire Sea Grant program. Here at Jackson Estuarine Lab, this is my main area for doing research, which involves collecting samples from the field. So this part of my laboratory is really for bringing in samples from the outside and processing them, and then I bring them up to a cleaner lab up on campus where we do more molecular analysis of the samples.
So we're monitoring the levels of the Vibrio bacteria, and we're specifically looking at Vibrio parahemolyticus that has some pathogenic strains that can cause food poisoning. We're also doing a resubmergence study, and for that we're partnered with the New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services, and we're talking to a lot of the oyster farmers and finding out what their current techniques are for pre-harvest methods, because it can cause the oysters to be out of the water for extended periods of time.
Lizzie applied for a Doyle Fellowship, which is a fellowship opportunity that New Hampshire Sea Grant program offers. It's for the summer, it includes pay, and we really want them working with end users of research. My offer to students was to work with oyster farmers and to understand what they're doing and then do research on what their practices are in terms of culturing oysters that may have public health implications. My interaction with Lizzie here this summer is to learn how to do the research that we're doing in the laboratory in the field, as well as to talk to oyster farmers and to find out what they're doing and to try to figure out what we can do for research to help them out.
Well, I think one of my favorite parts of the research is definitely collecting the data. I also really enjoy working with the oyster farmers themselves. I think it's really cool that we're all kind of working together and we have the same goal. We all want this to work out. It's bad for the oyster farmers if they sell oysters that have bacteria in them, and we're trying to help the human health aspect of it. So we're all kind of working together, which I feel doesn't always happen in the scientific community. So that's kind of cool.
She is a varsity athlete. I really respect that. I've taught students, and varsity athletes at UNH are usually really good students as well. My experience, they have a lot on their plate, and they have to be organized. They have to get things done with a lot of other things going on. So I really appreciate her work ethic, and she's just a great person to work with.